answer comes your way. Next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaughton. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Austin team entering play. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 2.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And they bring their punter out there now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return will stop right around the 25. He He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
It's a game of 5. Brings up third and
now back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That's a game. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me,
in trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He'll look to pressure, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Austin's offense ready to go again. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 12. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. 2nd and 5. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. And what a big-time play there.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Desperados are able to add on to that lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Pressure comes and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because they'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Shoves him away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Two minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He finds his man. Complete. It's Newman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And it's caught. And he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number one. They stop him at the goal line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They've been stopped twice at the one. Can they finally break through on third and goal? Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin our tour of the trip up to Toronto, Canada. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Broncos might very well be your Super Bowl favorites as we start December, and another win improves their mark to 12-1 on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And at the moment, that game is tied with the visiting New York Jets. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, on the other side, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he's able to get it out of there. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Desperados are able to stretch out their lead.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
We talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Newman. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Morgan. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Muscles him off. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second and 11. He finds his man complete. That's Morgan. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will get the lead up to
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get it down at about the 17-yard line.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Looking deep downfield. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Desperados are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
No problem there on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Newman.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 6. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Panthers 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Austin's offense ready to go again.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the